Listen, I'm just gonna say some words here because I want to thank you for being here and for supporting my campaign. It is important. I think it's very important. I want to talk about my losses. Most of the time, you talk about your wins, but I think it's very important to talk about the losses. Here are some of the things that I've lost on. I've lost on challenging the city to assess property in a way that meets industry standard. I've lost on challenging the city not to assess property based on 10-year tax abated investments, which by state law they're not supposed to. Lost on that. I lost on a bill that if someone broke into your home and the police would not remove them, that you could get into court within 5 days rather than 8 to 14 months. Lost on that. I lost on a bill to reduce the wage tax, which 2 different tax reform commissions said was the largest impediment to creating jobs in Philadelphia. So I introduced the bill and showed how we could, over 11 years, reduce the wage tax significantly. $50 million and then $50 million over 10 years. And then, depending on what happened with the end of the PICA portion of the wage tax, could even be cut in half without actually reducing any services. Lost on that. I lost on a bill to reimburse public school teachers money they pay out of their pocket for required school items. Not things they wanted to buy, but things that are required that they pay out of their pocket for students. And it wouldn't have cost the taxpayers any money. It was based on creating a nonprofit foundation where the funding would not come from taxpayers. I'll tell you where it would have come from. I didn't say at the time, but it was $10 million that the city was not using from tobacco money that the state made available. So I went up to Harrisburg and said we could have this money to reimburse school teachers. Lost on that. I lost on pension reform based on best practices where the city actually would contribute money regularly that it owed the workers of Philadelphia, and I lost on that. Well, I could go on and on about the things that I've lost on, that you would wonder, how could anyone lose? How could these bills be defeated? I lost on a resolution to investigate complaints by mothers and fathers that their children were being wrongfully removed from their families and not returned. Lost on that. Well, so many things come to mind because in this election, it's the battle of labels. The label is either I'm not a good enough Republican or I'm a Republican. Don't vote for David O. He's a Republican. He's hateful, spiteful, doesn't do a darn thing for people. Or he's not good enough of a Republican. He doesn't love Donald Trump enough. He's not like Donald Trump enough, so don't vote for him. Those are labels. I want to deal with reality because why should anyone vote for me? Why should even run for office? Whatever good I did in the past, what does that mean for the next 4 years? I've said this to people. If I didn't lose on those issues, then maybe I shouldn't run because the city would be running pretty well. When I lose on those issues, it's because it's a fight. And I have fought on those issues, and I will fight on those issues another 4 years, and I don't see anyone picking up those issues. And to me, it's shocking. It's shocking that we lose on those issues. I have a bill to transfer $19 million to the Community College of Philadelphia because by state law, the city is supposed to put a certain amount of money into community college, which provides an education, a certificate, a degree to people who can't afford to pay for the education. We are short $19 million this year. In total, the city has not funded community college $326 million, which would have provided good education, good training, good opportunity, better salaries. The state law requires the city to fund community college 1/3 of its operating budget plus, and 50% of its capital budget. Students, by state law, their total the tuition should not be greater than 1/3 the operating cost. Right now it's 55%. So students are paying 22% more than they should be. And that's increasing. For everyone who talks about education and its importance, and they all do, then why can we not fund community college in accordance with state law? I've challenged the parking authority. I've challenged the parking authority. Thank you. Listen. They owe the schools $630 million, and they haven't accounted for it. They paid 89.9, they haven't paid 630. You've paid that plus. In money that you've been taxed additionally because the parking authority isn't paying what it's supposed to. A history of pervasive sexual harassment, mismanagement, and other things. That's no secret. So why can't we audit them? Why can't a resolution even pass to audit them? Why can't a bill to bring in on-street parking back to the city, $135 million per year, pass? And that's what I'm going to say. A label that says I care, a label that says I'm a person who helps people, that's a label. Let's get past the label. All the people who are claiming to do good voted against these bills. So I have to run, and I have to win, because I have to keep challenging and fighting. And no, there is not going to be someone who wins and gets all this done in 4 years. That's silly. I can't reintroduce these bills after they've been defeated. I have to work and challenge and build credibility and get support and build support and try to reintroduce the bills and resolutions. I have to continuously have the energy to fight these issues. Now, if somebody would like to take this up and go fight the way I fight, I'll sit down. Happily, please, take that forward. I'll sit down. If they've done it the last 4 years. Listen, I got people complaining about the soda tax, never showed up to one hearing. Never went to the Pepsi plan or the Coke plan. Never came to city council, but now they say, oh, it's a horrible, because they're running for office. But where were they when everyone came forward? I have a group of people saying, we don't need Republicans. Well, I think we don't need bad Republicans. I think we do need this Republican. I'm the only council person to vote against this year's budget because it's too much money. And it's based on illegal property assessments, soda taxes, and all kinds of things. There's an extra $500 million in this budget. And I introduced a bill to cut it, $160 million, and my bill says give the money back to the people. until you give the money back, you will not teach the government to be honest. Finally, I sued the city, not me personally, but we got a nonprofit up in New York and we got a law firm, and we went to federal court, and the city, since 2005, said they did nothing wrong when they closed Chinese restaurants at 11 o'clock. Now listen, if you got a bad Chinese restaurant, by all means close it. You can't close them all and say they're all bad. And you can't say that law is legal. It's not legal. But the city, when they say they didn't do anything wrong, it means all the stores did something wrong. And so now the city is going to lose. And when they lose, because they settle and have to pay money, it's clear that all the people didn't do wrong. The city did wrong. It's important to rein in the city. The city's a wonderful entity. I'm proud to work for it. It does a lot of great things, but it doesn't mean it can do illegal things. And there are too many people who are okay with it doing illegal things because they want the money. They want the power. They want the power to do good, I know, but they're breaking the law. And they're hurting people in that. I'm one person. With your help, I will continue to fight for the things that I know you want me to fight for, and I hope we will get done. So thank you. November 5th, I need everyone to come out and help me. I don't intend to lose, believe me. November 5th, I intend to win with your help. Thank you.
We'll be there.